Hi, this is Donna Hagigat, CEO of the Women's Fund of Western Massachusetts, excited to present to you another in our series called Power Women Hour, where we feature women of color entrepreneurs. This series is presented by the Carra Group, and additional funding support comes from the Institute for Generative Leadership. This month, we're going to meet Kisha Zullo and her company, Events of Joy. This company focuses on event planning, which you can imagine has been somewhat challenged by the pandemic we find ourselves in. Let's find out how Kisha and Events of Joy have adapted.
Hi, I'm Kisha Zullo. I am founder of the Women in Business Summit, and I'm also president of Events of Joy and a sales director with Mary Kay. My mission is to connect women to the people and the resources that they need to succeed, and I do that through all the things that I do. So I'm a multi-passionate entrepreneur. I love being an entrepreneur. I love the freedom that it gives me. And so, yeah, that's me. So the biggest challenge I'll say for any female entrepreneur, particularly women of color, is money. So when I started my business, I didn't even think of a loan, a grant, or anyone else. I self-funded Events of Joy with, of course, support from family and all of that. Know your strengths and know your weaknesses, and know you can't do it all by yourself. You're great at what you do. Put that aside. Now look at where you're not so great at. Focus on that before you get started, because those are the things that are going to be the pain points for you as you go down the road. I think that's the nature of entrepreneurs. We never stop shifting, and we shift really quickly to adjust to what's going on, especially when it's something so out of the blue. No one expected COVID. There was a 1,500 person event that we were working on. But you know, I had an amazing team, and we just did it together with our client. We decided to pivot and do the event virtually. Came out beautifully. We went in a studio and we shot different pieces of the event, and then we were able to broadcast it out live to the audience. And you know, it was really awesome to see people posting on social media that they're watching. And then for my business, you know, with things being delayed, I had to figure out, well, what was I going to do? So I started teaching how to plan a virtual event. Some of the things that my clients are asking me in my virtual classes: how do you keep people engaged when they have so much, especially women? You know, my focus is on enriching the lives of women, and all of a sudden you are now at home and you have to homeschool and you have all of these things. So we have been working to figure out answers to how to keep them engaged, get them the information that they need to succeed, keep them encouraged. I started the Women in Business Summit because of the conversation with a coworker, and I thought, you know, maybe other women have the same question. How do I move through my career? What happens if you go up for a position that you worked hard for, you don't get it? Maybe it's your communication. So I thought of the women in my community that I admired. So I was strong in event planning, but I didn't know so much about marketing, and I wanted someone to manage the finances. And I sent out emails and 10 women showed up. So that launched Women in Business, Passing the Baton Today, Tomorrow, and Beyond Summit. Now with Summit. The passing the baton was, you know, passing on knowledge, and I wanted that symbolism. And so that's where it started. And we started with a brunch, and then feedback told us we needed to blow it up to a full conference. So here we are. We focus on leadership development, money management, entrepreneurship, personal development, and of course, career advancement. So those are the areas that we focus in. We bring in top speakers who are subject matter experts to help women figure out, okay, my next move. And we specifically serve women who are have their day job, but they also have this entrepreneurial venture that they're pursuing, and how do they grow that, you know, with so many responsibilities. But they have this passion project that they can't let go of. Because for me, I couldn't let go of entrepreneur. It was like this tug that what is that? And now I know what it was. I was meant to be here. I was meant to do this work and serve in this way. So now that I know that, and now that I know specifically who we want to help, I'm just excited for what the next 16 years is going to look like. I think you should be a multi-passionate entrepreneur. I think everyone should have a second stream of income. I think we should have the space to live and dream and do things that fill us up and make us happy, because we're here for a very small amount of time. You hear a lot, especially last year, with everything that was going on social justice-wise, there's been a shift to focus on how can we support Black-owned businesses. That's real, that's important, because we already know there's a deficit there. So anything that an organization can do to support people of color and kind of making it a little bit more equitable, or just equitable, I don't want to say a little more, making things equitable, is great, because we're all going to rise for it. We're a better, richer, forward-thinking, forward-looking society when its citizens feel like they're important. And so for me, community means so much, because it's your network, it's the people you love, it's the people you care for, it's people who can't do for themselves that you're supporting. The things that you're doing is not just about you, it's about your immediate geographic location, the world, and that it has consequences. So I try really hard to align myself with companies, organizations, people that represent my values. You know, integrity, tenacity, family, just goodness.